You study weeks, months, maybe even years to finally get the prize you always wanted. And then some coconut just walks in and achieves the prize without doing any study? How would you feel about something like this? Come on, be honest. In the second episode of Witch Hat Atelier, Coco meets the other apprentices, such as Agott. She shows Coco her blackened fingers from studying and drawing magic, which she uses as a way to show her she worked very hard and long in order to become an apprentice. She is angry and insults and yells at Coco. So, in short, for Agate, unfairness leads to anger and disgust, and not caring if her life is at risk from the trials. But here's the twist. In academic research, this correlation between the unfairness and hostile behavior is actually studied. Confrontation with unfairness may drive extreme thoughts and behaviors, such as extreme worldviews. In this case, it leads to Agate to send Coco to a deadly trial where she possibly could be, drowned or burned or beheaded, gruesome death. Agate also keeps calling Coco an outsider. She sees Coco not as a fellow witch, but as someone not part of her group. Out-group bias is the tendency to not like members of groups that we don't identify with. Humans not only tend to have negative feelings and ideas about people who are not part of our group, but we also tend to exhibit some hostility towards them. So, not only strike one, she did not do any trials while Agate had to do all of them. Strike two, she is perceived as someone who doesn't belong to the group. Strike three, following realistic group conflict theory, negative interdependence between groups, for example, competition for the attention of the master, leads to prejudice towards the opposing outgroup. In other words, there are many, many, many possible reasons why Agate is hostile towards Coco. So let me circle back to the question of the beginning of the video. How do you feel about how Agate treated Coco? Do you find Agate's anger to be justified? I will see it in the comments.